Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 4, Episode 10. I can't believe we're already at Episode 10. The season went by so fast, it don't feel like nothing is happening. I can't imagine we'll be with this show much longer. How many episodes is it going to be? It's usually like 12 episodes, right? If this is just Episode 10, we should be almost done. It's usually 12. If it's a really good knockout season, then maybe 16 episodes, but I might be wrong. Yeah, anyway, the review, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens with Ace letting us get a quick little sample of his new song. It has a rock tinge to it, it's a live band, which, it sounds like it's actually going to be good. Very different from what we've had from Ace in the past, but you know what? Maybe different is good. So he has this song coming out next week. He's excited about it. Like I said, it's a live band and whatnots. He is going to have like a listening party, and he's just going to keep it really intimate, just family and friends, but he wants everybody to hear this new approach to music that he has. And I was like, oh, if family and friends intimate, that gotta mean mama gonna be there. We loves us some Blondie. I really do like Blondie. It's too bad that this show is not really nothing exciting, because she definitely has a personality to shine. Like the mothers that they put on this show, they are, Rocky love the mamas. I'm partial to mamas because I'm a mama myself, and I'm probably around their ages. So, no, I really do like Blondie. Now we see Princess. She has Neri over to the house. She feels like her and Neri hit it off when, her and Ray and Nori and Princess got together. So she comes over to the house, they're just talking, and she asks her, hey, you know Sheila, right? And she's like, yeah, I remember seeing her at the fashion show. And she says, well, she's coming over today too. I invited her over as well. Sheila gets there, and everybody has pleasantries and whatnots. Princess pours everybody a drink. They go outside, they go sit down, and just some little short, small talk. Hey, where's Ace? So he's at the studio. He's working on his new sound. They're sitting there talking over drinks and everything. And Sheila gets to telling them about the retreat that she's going to be having, because she feels like, Black women don't always have a space to get together and heal. She's decided to have this retreat. Then she looks over at Neri, and she was just like, it's just for Black women though. Like, so, obviously you're not Black. I'm sorry. She explains to them though, she's done the allies thing. She's had other people, other races or nationalities at her events before. So she understands that there is a time and a place for that as well. But just in this instance, this event that she's having is going to be for Black women. Of course, Princess is part Black, so Princess would be able to come. Neri is, from what I understand, Puerto Rican, and not a Black Puerto Rican. So she would not kind of fit the bill of the Black woman. Neri is feeling some kind of way about that, because she feels like all women of color could stand to learn something from each other, and they can. That is very much true. But there's always a space where women in general, can get together. It's not always one for just Black women, okay? And so even though you think that this should be for everybody, it ain't for everybody. That's basically the bottom damn line. And that's all I kept thinking about throughout this show, you guys. This show got on my nerves so bad because, well, let's continue. So later on, Neri is with Nori, and they are at their son's, he's in a basketball tournament that Nori has put him in, and he's playing against big grown people. Nori was like, that's how you learn, okay? You got to be out there with the big dogs so you can learn how to play. So Nori is sitting out there having a good time, having some drinks, looking at the game, and here comes Neri wanting to talk to him about this event that Sheila's having. So she was just like, I was talking to Sheila, and, she said that she's having this event for Black women, and that, I couldn't come because I wasn't a Black woman. And first Nori was like, what's that about? I mean, you're married to a Black man, you're raising Black children. Yeah, all of that. But I could be Japanese and married to a Black man and raising Black children, but that don't mean that I'm Black. Okay, so the point is being missed here. So he was just like, First, he has a problem with it, but then he was just like, you know what, it don't even matter. Let them have a little, you know, he didn't say little, but he was just like, let them have their thing. And, you know, if they don't want you to come, then, you know, don't worry yourself about it. But I feel like Neri is so caught up in her feelings that she's not looking at it clearly. You know, she said that Princess made her feel welcome. I don't think that Sheila was ever mean to her, was ever rude to her, you know, even tried to explain why she was having this, you know, having the retreat with just black women. But Neri just feels like, you know, she's just feeling some kind of way about it. And like I said, Nori just was like, don't worry about it. Just let them have their thing. And, you know, you go find you a Puerto Rican event to go to if that makes you feel much better. Now, later on, we see Amara la Negra. Okay, we're going to talk about her later on, but this isn't Amara la Negra's official segment. Anyway, she is at home, okay, at that old god-awful house that she it's horrible. Girl, anyway, she invites Princess and Neri over. Now we've never seen her with either one of them, but all of a sudden they're thrown together for a segment of the show. It was very much weird to me, but okay. Amara la Negra said, having people inside of my house besides my parents is amazing. Because that's all she do these days is be with her mama and her damn daddy. I want to have girlfriends again. So why not start with Neri and Princess? So they sit it on down and they're talking, really not too much about anything. And then Sheila's retreat comes up. And Neri tells them that she feels like instead of it being an event that's just set for black women, which is rubbing her the wrong way, that it really could just be for minority women. So then Amara la Negra was just like, all right. She kind of feel a certain way about oh Sheila herself now. This is interesting because did we even know who Sheila was back when this show first started 4 seasons ago? You know? But, I mean, I guess Sheila did have a presence on the internet. One of my rock stars out there that ain't got shit else to do. Y'all go and research that, okay? And see if Sheila really was trolling the Amara la Negra like she said that she was. But evidently, Sheila was on the internet. You know, when Amara la Negra first hit the scene and it was all this talk about whether or not she was making her skin look darker, if the afro was real, if, you know, she wore color contacts, she was black, but then she was like Afro-Latina and, you know, it was just like all of that shit. You guys remember all that, right? Well, apparently Sheila was a part of that group that was writing her about that. And, you know, had a problem and I guess had wrote up some things or had some videos or whatever on YouTube that was talking about Amara la Negra and all of her contradictions with the light colored contacts and with this fake afro trying to look like she's black or she's not, you know, and blah, 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 blah. So Amara la Negra was just like, it's too bad too because I liked her. I was just like, how did you like her? I mean, again, y'all tell me if she had a presence. Maybe she did. You know, my bitch is old, so I might not know what the hell who Sheila was back in the day. I mean, I barely know who she is today. But, you know, Amara la Negra was just like, fuck her if she make you feel a certain way. And Neri says that she just wants her to acknowledge maybe women who are raising black children. I mean, yeah, we can acknowledge those women too, but not just at this event because this event ain't for that. Like, how hard is that to understand? Like, you're not going to make me change my event, you know, because you feeling a way about it. You're just not. And Neri's like, I'm a person of color. You know, Puerto Rican, that's still a person of color. I mean, but it's still, like, Mexican women are considered women of color, too. Are we supposed to invite Mexican women? Like, you know, Asian women can be considered women of color. Are we supposed to, you know, they used to call them yellow. I know that's not politically correct, but, you know, so they would say all of these different people of color, like that's going to completely change the whole scope of this damn retreat. So again, get out your feelings. And, you know, Princess co-signing on it is really getting on my nerves. You know, I'm just like, Princess, girl, this ain't your fight. Even if you don't understand why Sheila's doing that, you know, that's just something you need to stay out of. You're just trying to get me because you going to the thing. So leave it alone. Now, because we need to try to get this thing fixed, because we need to get this thing explained to Sister Neri. You know, she has Sheila and Princess over to the juice shop. And I said, oh no, Amara La Negra. It ain't quite time to mix Amara and Sheila, obviously. But she has them two down to the juice shop. Neri wants to talk to her about Sheila's event, so Sheila's got this look on her face like, okay, what is it that's bothering you? Well, Princess says that she is feeling uncomfortable because her friend is feeling uncomfortable. So the fact that she's going to the retreat, she feels like her friend should be able to go to the retreat too because they're so uncomfortable. Well, fuck your feelings. We don't care if you are uncomfortable. Okay. So Sheila was just like, she did very well. She was like, listen, I'm not trying to, keep people out of this retreat. This is just something that I have said that I wanted to do for Black women in particular, is because Black women don't normally have this kind of a retreat that is only specifically for them. Okay. And this is probably the reason why, because you get a lot of pushback. She was just like, people think that just because you are pro-Black, that means that you're anti everybody else. And that's not what I'm saying. I am half white. It wouldn't serve me to say that I only look out for Black women and I'm completely ignoring the other side of what makes me who I am. So that's not what I'm doing. It's not, no disrespect, no hate towards any other race or anybody else. It's just that I have to show this love to the Black woman, that part of me in this instance. So then Princess, she gets emotional, and I was just like, are you really crying about this? Does this really mean that much to you? Are you just turning on the waterworks for this damn show? She's like, excuse me, I'm raising Black kids. Yes, we know that, Princess. And your point? Shit. Now, Ace's showcase that he said he was going to have, where he wanted everybody to hear his music. Everybody is there. We see everyone greeting each other and hugging and talking to each other, and drinks, and people getting situated and settled so they can get in their seats to see what he's got to say. But beforehand, we see Sheila talking to Princess, and she asks her, are you nervous or anxious for your husband? And she says, no. I'd be kind of nervous for him, until he gets started. And then, once I know he's on his roll and everything, she doesn't worry too much about it any longer. Okay. Now, she knows that her in-laws are there. She hasn't seen her in-laws in a minute, since I'm assuming since Mother's Day. So, maybe she needs to go over there and say hi to him and, just kind of talk to him. And Princess was like, don't let him make you feel, any kind of way. If it feels like it's about to go left, and, just protect yourself and don't even indulge. So Sheila says she knows. So she goes downstairs and she's looking around and she sees her mother. I said, there go Blondie. There she go. Blondie said, I'm going to keep my mouth shut for him because I don't ever want it to get to a point where he has to choose between you and me. Because everybody know he going to choose his mama. That's what Blondie wanted to say. So Sheila was just like, yeah, and I just want everything to work out. I don't want to be disrespectful to you. I don't want to have to be a point where, we be pulling each other to the side and talk. I just want it to be basically all love. And she was like, and I also want to apologize because it was just like a misunderstanding that just kind of blew out of proportion. So we can move forward, to next time. Maybe we can have this conversation again. We're just going to move forward. That's what we're going to do. Sheila was just like, yeah, that's all she wants. She wants Ace to have a relationship with his mother. She's not trying to cut the mama out of nothing. She feels like everybody could coexist and be happy and have a good life together. So the fact that they're sitting down and having this conversation, it just really makes her happy. And Blondie was just like, and I already know that you're going to be around a long time, so I might as well sit down, get in the corner and shut up. Okay. Yeah, Sheila don't seem to be going anywhere. So anyway, looks like that they fixed the little rift in their relationship. Anyway, Ace comes out and gets up there on the stage. And you guys, I must say, I actually did really enjoy the song. The song sounded, the flow, the cadence, the sound itself actually sounded like Drake to me. Now, I ain't no hip hop connoisseur or nothing like that, but was anybody else getting the drapery, the Drake vibes from that song? It was good though. And yeah, I could see them playing it on the radio. Now let's jump over to that old mean-ass Trina. She is with her family and they are celebrating the victory of the versus battle, how well everything went. Joy and Bobby have decided that they want to do some sort of intervention. I said, oh no, Trina is not the intervention type. That is not going to be a good idea. Well, not necessarily intervention, but they want to plan something where she can just be forced to take a break, relax a little bit. So they're trying to figure out how they can wrap this taking a break around like something fun. So they've decided that they're going to go to the Keys. They're going to propose to her that they go down to the Keys and just hang out and have fun. So they have a barbecue. Like I said, the family is celebrating and everything. And while they're there, her brother was like, what you think about like a getaway? Not just a getaway, but he about to get to describing all that's about to happen. And Trina was just like, listen, we're not about to do that. Okay. Anybody feel like sitting here on this camera listening to you and all your deep ideas that you be having sometimes? Like, you ain't even got to go there. Okay. So she cuts him off, but she already can hear in this conversation that people are talking about her doing too much. All right. And she about sick of everybody telling her to slow the hell down. Maybe they need to speed the fuck up. Okay, catch up. So it didn't really work out with Snoop, but Bobby was able to convince her like, no, we just want to go. We're going to go somewhere and it's going to be water and sand and, you're going to be able to relax and all that. And she was just like, okay, well, that sounds like that might be fun, but she's suspicious. But if you really want me to go, then I'll go. But it better not be no funny business. So they get on down to the Keys, you guys, and they're sitting around and they're talking. And all of a sudden, Bobby starts talking about how wonderful and how great Trina is and all the things that she's accomplished and how proud he is of her. And he's impressed with all that she's doing and all of this. And she was just sitting looking like, what are you guys? Why are y'all doing all this? We sitting here talking and y'all doing this. Joy starts to chime in and she was just like, I don't really know what's happening here, but you need to stop it. Somebody says something and the word therapeutic gets thrown out there. And as soon as she hears that word, she was just like, I knew it. You guys got me out here for something. What are you guys up to? So Joy says, we gonna go out to the beach and we gonna sit out, by the water and all of this. And again, Trina's got a good eye on Joy. So she was like, I know Joy be thinking she helping, but she always trying to cure somebody, and I am not that somebody today. All right. So Trina was like, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to bed. And they was like, no, we all going down to the water. So they go and sit down at the water. And you could already tell by the way Trina is sitting that she ain't open to this. And Joy says, okay, well, she has invited somebody to come out and speak. This person was somebody that she was really impressed by, and she felt like they would be perfect to come and talk to them today, and that she was going to go get them. And again, Trina is not happy about this. So when Joy comes back, she got Pastor, what was her name? Pastor Bentley. She got Pastor Bentley with her. She's met Pastor Bentley, I guess, on social media. She was so moved by the things that, Pastor Bentley said that she felt like she could have her come today so she could talk to Trina. And I said, and you singling Trina out in this too? This is not going to go well. So, Pastor Bentley sits down and she says, and the Lord told me that, this, that, and the other, and God told me that you've been dealing with something, but you've been in pain and the pain is going to go away. And, God told me that, this was happening, and you've been working hard and it's all going to pay off. And God told me this and God told me that. Now, most normal people would just be like, I really appreciate that, and that's really just it. Not Trina. Oh no. Who cusses out a pastor? Okay. Now it's one thing to cuss around the pastor, but you didn't went off on this woman who took her time to come out here and relay a message from the good Almighty God. And you was like, oh, so because what you said is that, you're going to be in pain. You're not going to be in pain anymore. And that the pain is going to leave. And she was just like, I'm always going to be in pain because my mom is not here. All right. Trina works herself up so bad that she cusses them out like, there's no God, there's no woman, no man, no person on this earth that could ever tell me that I'm not going to be in pain because my mother is not on this earth with me no more. Okay. And I don't need nobody to be telling me anything. But you imagine this is in the Miami Girl rapid fire, 200 words a minute, all of this that Trina does. And she is yelling and screaming at Bobby and Joy in particular so much that they even look uncomfortable, like, damn, you know. And of course, Pastor Bentley is sitting there. Her face goes from being kind of enlightened to almost like, bitch, I know you ain't just did all this when I just came here and told you what the good Lord said. It's like, are you really going on? You know, ain't nobody, my mother is off motherfucking limits, period. And I was just like, but nobody is talking about your mother. We can't even mention your mother. And you guys, Trina really has, if this is all real, Trina needs to, listen, nobody understands the death of a mother unless you've had the death of a mother. If you are very close to them, yes, that is a pain that will never, ever go away. It's always a pain that goes on there, but your life still has to go on. I would imagine that your mother would want your life to go on, okay? You can't throw in the towel. You can't give up. You can't resign yourself to always being in pain about something when this is just what life is. People live and die. It's something that we all will have to face at some point. Okay. So the fact that Trina is going off on them like that was so uncalled for. I was just like, I mean, she went crazy. So I was just like, let the girl be how she gonna be. Y'all quit trying to interrupt. You know, she has a certain level of darkness in her heart to me that, I don't know, but it ain't just going to be just some regular family member love that's going to fix that. You know, Trina got some issues, and her doing all that yelling and screaming, I was like, let the bitch be mad. Let her be mad. We ain't got time to be sitting up here trying to convince you every day that you killing yourself slowly because you stressing yourself the hell out. If that's what she want to do, then let her do it. Shit, ain't nobody got time to be sitting up here getting yelled at by no. I'm fucking grown. I'm trying to help your black ass. Now you got a problem with, you know? So, no. And then lastly, you guys, Amara La Negra. Oh, God. I'm just, first of all, this is a serious subject. She's talking about the fact that she's had a miscarriage, so I'm not going to be making fun of Amara La Negra. I have enough care in my heart to know that miscarriages are hard. They are emotionally and physically, draining. So I feel bad for her that if she was pregnant that she ended up, miscarrying. But this conversation that she has with her mother and father, she gets in the room, and they're like, what's wrong? And she was just like, well, I went to the doctor because, she was bleeding, and then she found out that she had a miscarriage, and then she looks at her mom and she was just like, well, you should be happy. And the mom was just like, what do you mean I'm happy? Like, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I asked for. I wasn't hoping for that, for, anything like that for you. And Amara La Negra, you guys, these temper tantrums that she has is so not cute. You're a grown-ass woman. Why are you sitting up here? Mommy, just hug me. I was just like, the father rushes over there, but the mom is trying to get her to understand, like, I didn't want you to be in pain and lose the baby. I didn't even tell you to get rid of the baby. Okay? Now you trying to make me feel bad. And then she jumps up like, take all this off of me. Take this off of me. And she runs outside. And of course her mom and dad go out there because they care about their child. And she's all crying like, this is what you wanted. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm not discounting that I'm not saying that she's not allowed to have emotions about the miscarriage. What I'm saying is all these dramatics and histrionics with your parents. Okay. It's just like Amara La Negra is like a child, and that we've always got to be, these fucking temper tantrums. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. So I'm gonna need Amara La Negra to grow up. She's act like she's 10 years old. Child, I can't. All right, you guys, that's it. How many episodes they got on here? You guys are so funny. I was out here before work doing Real Housewives of Potomac. I was out here for lunch doing Insecure, and now I'm out here after work doing Love and Hip Hop Miami. It's been a long day, you guys. Anyway, let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.